Oh, I feel like I almost died this morning. This would only ever happen to me, but I've never done this before in my entire life. So I was in the shower and I put an unhinged amount of toothpaste on my toothbrush. I put it in my mouth and inhaled. The toothpaste went into my airway, was burning my lungs, and I was trying to cough up the toothpaste that's in my airway, and it was bubbling up and then blocking me or my ability to be able to breathe. And then I start choking and starting to get this, like convulsing, trying to get this toothpaste out of my airway. I'm shaking. There's no one around. Everyone's at the cafe. I'm by myself naked in the shower. I'm like, and so I die. I'm still not recovered. And I have a whole day of filming and I can't talk. This is it. Wow. This is me today. And George comes up to me, videographer George, and he goes, I would love to do a voiceover with you today. I was like,
such a large I actually did a podcast and they said, how do you balance, like it's always the same thing when you're in a podcast and you're a female, otherwise how do you balance motherhood and your business? And now you fucking don't. What are you talking about? What is into what thing?
okay, Meta has this new feature where you can rearrange your grid, but I have 2 tips that you can steal because I think that these will be really cool. Number 1, I think that this is awesome for series. So if you have a series, for example, like my house renovation, which is like taking months and months and months, you can bundle all that content up and move it around so it's all in one series and one block. Number 2, if you're super creative, someone needs to do this. You need to create little teasers, and the cover photo is like a jigsaw puzzle. And then as you're getting to like the launch, you mix it all around and then put it all together so it's like a jigsaw puzzle coming together, and then you see the final reveal on your page. You're welcome. I think it's awesome. My son this morning, okay, so yesterday I came on and I was like, I'm looking for perimenopause and menopause experts, right? Anyway, I had a conversation with one this morning and I was so excited, and look at my freaking poker face that I had to maintain while my son was doing this in the background. This is working from home at its core. Just a reminder about the Sunday event in the Gold Coast for CC. It is a breast cancer event, and you obviously don't need to be in the Gold Coast to donate. And to all the women that are coming to that event, I will see you in the morning. It's going to be absolutely beautiful and I cannot wait. We just finished up at CC's fundraising event for breast cancer. It was an incredible morning. There was Pilates, there was meditation and breath work, and all these incredible women here supporting. If you still want to donate, every little contribution counts. So here is the link. Thank you guys. Show you the benefits of being the sole owner of Sweat. When you say, I want to do this new program and this new concept, everyone says, yes. And it gets done. It's happening today. I got a 2-day shoot. I want to take you behind the scenes. You're going to lose it. It's what I want to do. And I feel like it's what you want to do. Well, you guys have been asking me, so we're filming it today. Yes.
It's going to be cold, but I'm going to swim in it.
Look how beautiful this is. This is stunning. Perimenopause and menopause is a huge focus for us at Sweat this year, and I am looking for a doctor, a female, an expert in perimenopause and menopause that I can speak to about something very exciting that we have coming to Sweat. And I know this has been highly requested. Women are literally in need of what we are bringing very, very soon. However, this is the final piece. I need to speak to this person. If you have a recommendation, please let me know, because this is very exciting, very needed. I want to get it done yesterday. I want it done yesterday. Oh, so glad I bought that. I feel so lymphatically drained. When I say I have thousands of DMs for years asking the same question, where is your necklace from? And I have never been able to give a link or a solution for you because my husband made me it. Here's the link. Finally, my husband actually made them because people were asking so much where the necklace is from. It's beautiful. The eye is so blue. It's an evil eye. It stands out. It's stunning. This is the link. There's only a few of them. Like, he's not making a lot of them because I don't know why, but there's a few left. If you want one, there's the link, and it's so nice. Every single time I post about psychics and my experience with psychics, I have so many questions like, who do you go see? How much are they? Da, da, da. I have 3 people that I can recommend, and this is not sponsored at all. So here are the 3 people. The first one is David the Medium. So David the Medium obviously talks to people who have passed. He is a medium. Lara, who I've been to twice, and she is literally life-changing. She almost like hypnotizes you and rewrites like, you know, thoughts that you have about yourself. She helps so much with like business, and she's just been such a, like, I just feel so good around her. Third person is the person that I use the most. So this is Lenny, and she has an account called Mystic Crossroads, and she does sort of future stuff. She can see what's in the future or predict what's in the future. She sees what's going to happen, and she's able to guide you on this path, or she speaks to you about what's currently happening. And then like, it's so cool. All 3 of these people are so amazing. Only just started following me. Hi. I suffer from really bad TMJ and jaw pain. I always come online saying like it's getting worse. Anyway, I caved and I got the injections either side. I went to the dentist and got them done. I've got a massive bruise here and here either side, and the reason I didn't want to get it done is because I've had it done like 3 or 4 times, but my face looked like it was so sunken in, because it also slims your jaw, which I didn't care about at all. And because of how strong it was, they had to put so much, and last time I felt like I literally lost like that whole muscle out of my face, and it looked really weird. Anyway, long story short, it got so bad I ended up getting it done. I went to the dentist like I just said, and it already feels better, but it was so strong. And she was just like, wow. She did it here and here, like that point there, but look at this, like it still hasn't fully kicked in. Oh, so this is my like niche little rant about mental health. So the last month, so much has happened, and I got really overwhelmed, and I'm a person that can deal with stress quite well, but the last month like really took a toll on me. And so I went to see a doctor. I got my bloods done. He was like, you have chronic fatigue, you need to slow down. Also, like, I need you to go and speak to someone because you didn't speak to anyone. I was like, who do you want me to speak to? He goes, I want you to speak to a psychiatrist about things like ADHD, autism, OCD. Not that I have all those things, but like, I really want you to just speak to her about it. So I get an appointment, and it's at the hospital in Queensland. So I go into the hospital and I wait there. And so my appointment time is at 12 o'clock and I go in at 12:40. So the doctor is running 40 minutes late. All good. Like, I'm sure there are other people worse than me. I sit down. She doesn't really look at me in the eye, and then she knows nothing about me. And she has 2 trainees sitting behind me. They're like lovely, but they're sitting behind me, and I automatically feel uncomfortable. And then she asks me a bunch of questions, and I repeat myself a million times. Like, I don't have OCD. I have like OCD tendencies, maybe, like with certain things like cleaning, but that could be like anything. OCD is so serious, like so serious, and I don't really have anything that I've researched. Anyway, she speaks to me the whole time about OCD, and then gives me these pieces of paper to go home with and fill out a questionnaire about OCD. I look at the piece of paper. I don't relate to anything on the piece of paper, and I just felt like it was a giant waste of time, and I just didn't feel comfortable sharing anything that was going on in my life, because there were 2 people in the room plus her, like, and they're really young as well. I was like, this is a really uncomfortable environment. Like, if someone is really suffering with their mental health, I don't feel like this is the place to have trainees in the room. Anyway, I'm just disappointed with the whole experience, and I really feel sorry for people who struggle with their mental health and then they go and see someone hoping to get help in that. So also, I just want to add that those questionnaires are so outdated. Like, there are so many levels to like the spectrum, and the questionnaire that I had in front of me, one of them was for autism, and if there was like a sliding scale, these questions were up here. Like, this was like very typical yes or no, do you do this? If no, then you don't have it, basically, is what's going to happen if I answer no to all these questions. But they were at the highest level, and I was like, you can tell, if you have been doing this for so many years, me sitting in front of you for an hour, you can tell that I'm not here. I was speaking for, you know, half of that time. You can tell. So why did you give me a questionnaire? Because doctors just hand you a piece of paper, here, fill it out, do the work, and then we'll talk about it later. So that didn't feel personal to me. I just really don't like that experience. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm just like, hey, if I really needed help and I was really struggling, that go fill out a piece of paper was absolutely not what I wanted, plus the 2 trainees behind me. Like, what am I going to say? Good morning, everyone. If you are around in the Gold Coast next weekend, I will be attending a absolutely beautiful event to raise money for breast cancer treatment for an incredible 33-year-old mum, Cece, who has a little 3-year-old boy and has been diagnosed with breast cancer. With the tickets, I think if not already, they might be sold out. There might still be some. I'm going to put the little photo up here, and then I'm going to put a link here for the raffle tickets. Now, the raffle tickets can be purchased by anyone. You don't have to be in the Gold Coast. This is just to raise money, and I think it's really important. In awe of Cece's friends who have organized this, and obviously this hits very close to home for me. The girls have organized such a beautiful morning. There's Pilates, there's sound healing, there's breath work, there's matcha and coffees and goodie bags. So if you can get around that event next weekend in the Gold Coast, then please come. It's going to be beautiful. Finished crying in a funny way. But like Mother's Day thing came back. My mum's name is Kayla. Good job. She is 10 years old. Awesome. My mum's favorite food is chicken. The best food she makes me is cucumber. She always says, sit at the table.
She's really good at lifting little weights. I love my mum because she's cuter than Daddy.
No, wait. My favorite thing we do together is play. Oh, that's sweet. I love my mum because Mummy is cuter than Daddy. She always says sit at the table is the funniest one.